Hey again, welcome back to Dogman in the Wild. I think we're gonna take a trip, have a drink, maybe talk some things out. You see that? We're leaving the edge. Hopefully we'll be able to go out here, see some cool shit, talk some cool shit, get away from fucking cars and idiots for a little bit. I know that's a tall order and some people like cars, and I've admitted to liking idiots. But everybody needs a break. There's such a thing as too much of a good thing. I don't know, it seemed like the healthy thing to do. Come out here, get a little sun in the eyes, maybe get a little stoned. Fuck. That is something. We're coming right onto the edge of it. Decent view. So, I'm told that Pinedale used to be a Japanese internment camp back in the day. Isn't that something? So it seemed like people have been trapped here since Jesus was a June bug. Ain't that something? Really feeling it, you know? It's nice to be out and about. These fucking weird stone blockades. I haven't been down to the river in a good minute and a half. Let's take a look at our next goal. Now, I did an art piece recently. It's the blue shell from Mario. I did it on a piece of wood, ink and just loose wood. But added the little piece of it. Aim for number 1. Ironically, or I don't even know ironically, maybe inappropriately, my associate and co-host put it in his bathroom. So it's hilarious. So it looks like it's telling you to aim when you piss. But he's like, no, it's motivational. It's like when I start my day, I like to see something motivational. Aim for number 1. Aim for number 1. It's bright colored, you know. I'll probably put a picture up on a gallery or something somewhere. But the blue shell, now we're getting into Mario and philosophy and shit together. I don't know, I'm wearing red and a hat. I think I'm appropriately dressed for Mario conversation. My geek uniform. I don't have my glasses, but we know, whatever. The blue shell only comes to the person who's in dead last. So, even if you're bottom of the stack, even if you're in dead last, always aim for number 1. See, that's a spoiler. That can be a positive philosophy, but from where I heard it from, the time I heard it growing up, it meant something different for me. It means even if you can't win, make sure to fuck up the person who is winning. Make sure to fuck up their victory. It's called being a spoiler. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, that's being unsportsmanlike, it's unfair, it's what have you. And I'm like, yeah, fucking duh. That's the whole point, idiot. It's called being a spoiler. You're spoiling it for the winner. And I finally get why so many shitheels are like that. It's because they're all losers. No, they're not literally losers like can't do anything or they don't get pussy or whatever. They're in 8th place in life to them. They're competing with everybody who they feel is better than them. Or, I don't know. That's how it feels. Because like, if you're in number one, why spoil it for anyone? Who gives a shit if you're in number one? You know what I mean? Win that motherfucker. Own it. Be it. Be number one. But if you were in 8th place in a race of 8, that means you are last. You are in last place. And don't nobody want to be in last place unless it's the fucking line into the meat grinder. In which case, hey, put me dead last. I don't know. Some people say the opposite of that too. They're like, fuck it. If you're going to kill me, just put me first. I don't have to watch my whole family get chewed up by a machine. And I say to that, kudos. Anyone who wants to go into the machine first, God bless them. Because I know I'm not fucking signing up for that. But enough about, human meat grinding. Now, I had to bring up stuff like that. There's a philosophy that seems to be drummed into our people. Not us as Mexicans, us as just pop culture eccentrics. We're junkies for entertainment. We're raised by it, some of us. Some people know more about Homer Simpson than their own father. Hank Hill. They know more about Hank Hill than their own dad. They got better advice from fucking Bob Belcher than their own fucking family. That's miserable shit. Weird thought in my head, but miserable shit. I know a lot of people, they don't have that person in their life. They don't have a dad. They don't have a sensei. They don't have a Sifu. They don't have that person, a master. And as much as I hesitate to call myself a master of anything, dealing with fucked up shit and craziness and the rigmarole of life, I feel like I got, if not my black belt, I'm pretty high belt in just dealing with insanity and just fucked up living. So people end up talking to me about stuff. I'm calm, I'm confident most of the time. And I'm more than willing to listen to a lot of people about a lot of things. And again, it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. And I wonder, why do we all seem to have, not, I don't want to call it a curse, but it feels like it. The curse of abandonment. The other sock, the missing sock, You're part of an incomplete set, it feels like. And when you start with that feeling, I can only imagine what it develops into. Well, I guess I don't have to, though. I've never been part of any set. Never felt comfortable. I think it's because I hate people. I care about them, but I don't like them. But I don't like anything that's like me, because I know me. So I try to talk about stuff that I feel like is a shortcoming, not only for myself, but for people that I care about, people that I acknowledge as cool or interesting. A lot of people have been losing their families to COVID and various other things. It's not more sad if your family dies of COVID. It's always sad when everyone's family dies. I watched my fucking dad die right in front of me. Wicked shit, man. Wicked shit. To see the life drain out of an individual, possibly like one of the most powerful people that you've ever met or experienced dealing with other people. My dad had his insecurities and whatnot, but man, look at that. Look at that. That is a view. No, my dad has his insecurities and everything, but I used to want to kill him. I hated his guts. You know what I mean? How is your life more important than fucking your family? How do you not come put your personal shit aside and come deal with us? To raise us, pay the bills. But shit. Now that I'm older. I ended up making my peace with him. I talked with him before he passed. That's why I sat there and watched him as he went. I was the only person there. They took him to the hospital and whatnot, but he was dead. He was brain dead. So I think that's one of the coolest things that I ever was told. Like, it's a lot of people say nice things about me, but they don't say it to me. They say it about me. So every once in a while, someone will say something cool directly to my face, and it cheers me up because it's like something you can add to your keychain. My dad was an ass, so he's a real violent guy. Uh, used to call him fucking monster or big ass predator or fucking things like that. You know, people knew him. They knew also not to upset him. They attacked him when he was sick or whatever later, and he's still, they didn't kill him. He just was pissed off and embarrassed, probably. But yeah, that was the thing. He was just kicking people's asses constantly, threatening people, stealing things. And I mean, my brother kind of tries to be like that. He ends up getting fucked up on heroin or whatever. He's doing his own thing now. God knows why. What's wrong with him? That's a different thought. But no, my dad told me, he goes, "You never tried to be like me. You never tried to be like anybody. You've always been your own person. And I'm proud of you for that." It might not sound like a big thing. Oh, you're the best, or you're the greatest, or you're the strongest, or you're the fastest. No, it's being acknowledged as an individual, as a person. Has anyone ever acknowledged you? Do you know what that feels like? If you don't, you're probably pretty pissed the fuck off. I know I was. Feeling like you're less than, feeling alienated, feeling like human garbage that the world left behind. Not even good enough to ball up and throw away in the proper place. Just tossed out. Just forgotten. I could see how you could turn to the dark side pretty goddamn comfortably. I worried about stuff like that. I worry about it for my own son. There's ducks on the pond. It rained today. It felt good. It always feels good when it rains. But what are we going to do? How do we sort all this stuff out, How do we let the forgotten people know we're here for them? Or should we even be here for them? Should it be a survival of the fittest kind of situation? I sit along the riverside in contemplation of these thoughts. What is the purpose of meaning? What is the meaning of purpose? If we're here for each other, are we truly alone? And if we're truly alone, do we need to be here for each other? Something to think about, I feel terrible about the past. the things experienced, the things I've done. I'm not a serial killer or anything crazy like that, but I've hurt people, I've made them mad, I've offended them. And I have remorse for my negative actions, even if at the time they felt justified. And they say, "Oh, I'll never feel bad about like a win and things like that." And it's like, don't tell me how to feel. I know how I feel. I know what I think. And I get really upset sometimes. I get really sad. I get really angry. And it's because when I start picking apart these thoughts and I start feeling for other people, I start feeling for all the lost children, I think about everything bad that's happening in the world, all the war-torn and abused single mothers and fucking starving people, in countries that don't exist. And then I look up there. I don't know if you can see it even from here. Houses on the hill. And I wonder, do the rich people who live on the hillside feel the same way as the poor people who live in the road? Are they gasping for purpose, or were they taught it early and don't even acknowledge it? Or are they unburdened by purpose, and that's why they're above us, quote unquote? Because they say, "Oh, well, money doesn't make you above," and it's like, I don't know. When I have more money than you, I feel fucking above. Could be wrong, but give me $1 million and let's find out. I think that maybe is another frustrating thought. We're living at the bleeding edge of time. We're living at the edge of the future and the end of the past. And now that sounds like some LSD shit to say, but it's true. Every minute that we exist now is a new minute. All time is new time, as far as we can reckon it. Every second that moves by, you're moving into the future and out of the past. That was the past. It's in the past now. We have an interesting way that we're built, and that we have this detailed, emotion-filled memory. They say animals have memory not like ours, but the front part of the brain, the one that's really protected, the prefrontal cortex, the cerebral cortex, I mean, that's your personality. That makes up who you are and how you feel about things. I'm pretty sure that's emotional regulation. Yeah, because if you do a lot of dope, a lot of X, or whatever, it starts to pit. It eats holes in your brain. And it fucks with your regulation of emotions and whatnot. Excuse me. I'm looking for my tools. And that's it. I ask questions to people because I wonder if enough wires get crossed questioningly and insight-wise, we might be able to put a few things together. Because I feel like having such a broad understanding of life, history, science, psychology, video games, even just sexuality, not in like a ooh way or like a fucking fun way, or like literally cell splitting, blastoma, that's fucking mating dances of different birds and lizards, you know. Like, we feel separate from the universe. We feel separate from nature, but we are made up of it. To quote deGrasse Tyson and Dr. Carl Sagan, we are made of what the universe is made out of. We're a way for the cosmos to know itself. Every atom in the material universe was cooked in a star. That's why elements are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, and so on, up to yttrium or Einsteinium, element 144, something along those lines. But if you cook enough of one element in a star, the leftovers of that element become the next element. When a star explodes, goes supernova, the conversion is so drastic that it's able to turn oxygen into gold. That's where gold comes from. You don't just dig it out of the ground. Like, it doesn't grow in the earth like the way fucking diamonds and shit are pressurized here. Gold comes from exploding stars. And so do we. So, if ever you feel unvalued, you ever feel commonplace, you ever feel unacknowledged, you ever feel any way other than unique expression of the universe created by the universe, just remember, you are made of stars, and you're as rare as gold. And you are special because there's only one of you in the known universe. Breathe deeply. Explore every moment. Because once its time is gone, you can never get it back again. Cheers. I'm Dogman, and this is Out in the Wild.